I don't know what this guy is, man.
He didn't say nothing.
I mean, I pinged him 5 minutes ago. He's in busy mode. He's too busy playing PoE.
It might just be the duo today.
It might be the duo today, but I guess that's a better time to start than any time. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Good Great Perfect Podcast, episode 144, which is also our 6th anniversary of the podcast. So, which is incredible when you really think about it, right? Like this podcast started off so long ago, with a couple of names like Justin Higaki, Joba, Dilba, Cobby, Toadskin, myself. And then we kind of like stemmed from there because like we recorded a first episode of it and we had a lot of fun, but some people didn't want to be part of it. So then we started again. We brought in Knight and we kept filming, and then, you know, as things change, people leave the game. I'm always very appreciative of the efforts of Joba, Dilba, and Cobby as well. Don't get it twisted. But you know, things happen and we transition out. We bring Flame in. And then, you know, even to this day, I think we've found ourselves into a really cool place with the podcast. A nice mixture of treasure cruise, but also like a bit of other stuff, bit of life, bit of this, bit of that. You know, so kind of a shame that Todd's playing Path of Exile 2, patch 0.3, and then Knight unfortunately is a bit MIA. He's still got a lot of things he's working on, so bless up for Knight real quick. But I mean, like we're 15 minutes past our starting time. So Flame, what's been going on, man? How you been? What's been happening? Any thoughts on the last couple of years for yourself with GGP?
Yeah, no, GGP has been great. The only thing that I was always a little sad about was, I think if I remember, I think I joined GGP in 2021.
I think so. Yeah.
It was either 2021 or 2020, but the only thing that I was always a little upset about is I think I joined right before I stopped playing the game.
Yes.
So
yes.
I didn't, you know, my glory days of actually contributing way more.
Your hot takes of Treasure Cruise faded ever so quickly, unfortunately. But
yeah. Now other than that though, it's been great. I still always look forward to it every other week. Just, you know, talking shit, chatting and whatever. And yeah, I mean, I guess we see where it goes from here.
Absolutely. No, I think that the podcast is in a cool spot. I think I've always like talked about it with friends and stuff. Like when you really look at a podcast and like anything that you like any kind of content you make, right? Like the immediate point, at least in my head, which is pretty bad, kind of goes to like the numbers, how many views, what's that kind of doing that. And obviously GGP is in a place where we don't really get that many views and stuff anymore, which I think is still pretty cool because it's like it kind of shows that the people that have actually stuck around have genuinely wanted to continue watching the podcast, which I think is dope.
Exactly.
And I think we're in a great place, especially with how we kind of roll the show each and every fortnight, where it's a bit of Treasure Cruise, a bit of other stuff. Sometimes there's no Treasure Cruise at all. Sometimes it's all Treasure Cruise. I think that's really cool, where we can just have a really comfortable show where we're all just like able to just kind of jump in at any point and really just enjoy ourselves when it comes to recording. But yeah, I guess though, how you been, man? What's been happening? What's been going on? How's life been happening?
I'm much better than I was last time you asked.
There we go.
But I'll keep that to myself for now. No, I'm good. I've been pretty good. I've been playing BL3 only because I'm getting ready for Borderlands 4.
Okay.
And I never played the DLCs, which apparently are the best portion of the game. So I want to, you know, play those just in case there's like anything I may have missed. So we're getting that done. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the weekends. Like my weekends from like last week up until like the next like 3 weeks, I have like different things I'm doing like on Saturdays and Sundays. So yeah, so I've been doing that, and yeah, I got in America, it's a holiday on Monday, so I got a little 3-day weekend. So that's nice.
There we
But yeah,
go.
that's about it.
Love that.
How you been?
That's a long weekend. Yeah, man, I've been good. I think life's just kind of been trucking along, which is always a good thing. Mentally, I'm okay. Physically, need to get healthier, which is just par for the course. I think for most people at this point. Yeah, not too bad. I think there are a few hiccups here and there, but just kind of sorting them out, talking to friends. The pre-show, Flame and I had a great chat just beforehand, which is always good. Which is always positive to have people around you to be able to talk about stuff and air out your grievances and things like that,
Yes.
man. The old solo bolo, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
you know, it's been pretty good, pretty positive, pretty good to say the least. So, yeah, super good there. I guess without further ado, though, I was hoping Todd would be here because I think this is a really interesting topic to kind of talk about per se. But I wanted to bring up.
In.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lock the fuck in, man. 'Cause it's just you and I. It seems this week, dude. Where there's a very interesting topic here about Japan and cheap gems. This is really interesting.
I saw I think you either posted in our little chat or on Twitter, but give me the breakdown.
Yeah, man, this is crazy stuff. So it seems like there's been a thing that's been happening for a couple years now, where in Japan or in some offshoot country, I don't know, there is like an SNS, like a third-party SNS service.
Okay.
And I don't know what that means per se, but what I do know what that means is the way that it kind of works is that they're a billing agent, and they're able to like change the price of in-game currency somehow.
What the fuck?
I don't know how that they can do it, or I don't know if that's the correct thing that I'm like talking about. But we had a post from a Japanese player who had a lot of evidence. Not that I really care, but he had a lot of evidence, and it was the interesting thing was they kind of expressed that there was a lot of these third-party billing services, and people were able to purchase the 240 gem pack. So it's a kind of a regular gem pack that would generally probably cost like 160 Australian dollars, or I think it was like 100 USD back in the day.
Okay.
They were able to purchase it for 120 yen.
120 yen, like as in like
One,
like $1?
Yes. So if I go yen to USD here real quick, 120 yen is 82 US cents. Like, that's 240 gems. Now,
Yeah, that's insane.
this account had, at the time, had 100,000 gems on it.
What?
And when you like kind of like break it down, and this person kind of breaks it down quite well. A 300 gem pack costs about costs about 10,000 yen. So 348 of those packs costs multiplied by 10,000 yen is like, what's that, like 3.4 million yen or something like that. It's like 30.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's 3.4 million yen, give or take. And in reality, they were able to purchase those packs for 41,000 yen, which is $400.
And how many gems did they end up with?
100,000 gems.
Oh my god.
So it became a big issue, and it was it became a massive issue. Like, I don't know how they don't really have much of like the information about the website and stuff, because they didn't want to really like point towards it, so more people ended up using those services. I did try to do some scoping, but I couldn't find anything. I'm pretty confident it's actually a Chinese-based website where they do like RMT, which is like real money, like real world, like money trading, where it's like obviously you trade money for a resource or whatever. And it was kind of like you could spend like 15 yen to get like really low gem packs, and then obviously as the gem packs got higher, you were able to get bigger ones, and so on and so on. The reason why it was kind of easy to out people is because on the Japanese version of the game, there is there's like a transaction list that kind of pops up. So when you purchase gems, it'll actually tell you when you purchase the gems. And I think it holds it for like 3 months or whatever the time frame is. But it tells you how many gems you purchase and how much you purchased them for. So like there are screenshots or like at least like photos taken where somebody has purchased 240 gems for 120 yen. I don't know how the fuck Bandai has allowed this to kind of pass, but I guess it kind of falls into the same category of how global cheap gems kind of worked. But the global cheap gems worked in a completely different way to how this kind of functions. So it's like, I mean, it's the second coming of cheap gems, which is really interesting. But I think the big kicker is that it turns out pretty much every top ranked player on JP used these services. So a lot of like rank 1, top 10, top 100 bounty players have been banned outright. No transfer locking. Their accounts can no longer be logged into, period. Which I think is insane for Bandai to do that, which it makes sense because, I mean, Bandai probably lost out on 4 million yen from one guy. Yeah. Imagine if that's over 100 people. Like, that's a lot of money that they're losing out on. But
yeah,
they took a much harder stance than they did with the global players. Like, I know people that are still transfer locked. Shout out Game Freak. You can hold that. I mean, I was transfer locked. I hopped into a new account. Todd was transfer locked. He hopped into a new account. So I think, like, obviously what they've done is a good thing. This is a crazy situation. I wish I had known about it. I would have been in there, baby. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But no, the reality is, like, it's a pretty shitty thing. But, like, I have questions, and I want to see if I might deep dive, like, going into next week, more so into how the heck this actually works, or, like, what the website is, and seeing, like, what I might even test it out just to see kind of what happens, right? But now that you know, what are your thoughts on that one, man? That's crazy, right?
I mean, part of me is not really surprised.
Yeah, facts. Yep.
Because you would have, like, when you think about, like, these people that are like min-maxing every event.
Yep.
They're like top of the leaderboards. It's like, all right, do these people really just have nothing else to spend their money on, or like, or are they using some other service?
Yep.
I mean, as far as them just feel like their accounts getting cooked, I mean, they deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you're gonna buy that type of service, you automatically forfeit, you know, the risk.
Mm-hmm.
So, they deserve it. If if they're gonna cry and complain, then you shouldn't have bought it and just play like every other person plays the game.
Yeah, I think the craziest part for me is that, like, these are like I can't remember exactly the names of the accounts and stuff, but these like pretty notorious, like, big time players. You know, people that have actually been around for quite a while, which I think is super interesting in that sense. Like, people that have existed for a long, long time. Where you're just like, okay, like, this is crazy that, like, this even occurred at all.
Yeah. I mean, again, I still don't like the actual service still being like in practice is crazy. But I like the types of players using it. I don't find that surprising, because even back then, like when global players and JP players were using it, it was most of the top players.
I mean, like, absolutely correct. No, 100%, right? Like, that's you're 100% correct. 100% correct. I think that's really interesting. That's a really interesting perspective to have too. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, it was like, I mean, Treasure Cruise, I think, okay, so here's where I think the conversation gets a bit interesting. Because I'm gonna kick it real quick, guys. There's not really much to talk about for Treasure Cruise wise. Like, fucking Legend Frankie and Brooke came out. There's a possible Super Studio Fest. Some changes to PK CMMs we might talk about. And also, I think it'd be interesting to discuss Rainbow Tavern Medals. So, like, that's it. So this is a big discussion ep. But I think the interesting part is that obviously people got banned, which is really cool. But the other take that a lot of Japanese players are having is, like, gems are too expensive. So it makes sense why people would, to some capacity, like, circumvent, like, the spending the actual cost of money. And a lot of people kind of cry. I think Snaf King posted a great video on it. And I think quite a few people in the comments were like, yeah, what they did is shady and bad, but spending $100 for 300 gems is really expensive and a bit too much to have to spend on, like, going forward.
I mean, I agree, but the part that people that are using the service will cope about is yes, the gem service is awful in Treasure Cruise. That was one of the reasons that I quit, just because their price to the value of gems that you get is atrocious.
Yeah.
I think it's better. I think it's better than it used to be, but it's still really bad. However, when using the third party services, like for that people that are quote unquote manipulating prices or getting it on discounted, whatever,
Yeah.
it's like 98% sure like that those people are like committing some type of like credit card fraud or like some type of fraudulent thing, and someone's getting like fucked over. So to you know resort to that, you're in a way supporting it,
Mm-hmm.
which it's just not good.
Mm-hmm.
um because if it was a legitimate thing, more people would do it. It would be not, you wouldn't be getting banned for it.
Yeah.
It would be something that's like more advertised, not on some like shady Discord or like shady Facebook Marketplace or some shit like that.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, you always have to remember that nothing is free. The easy way isn't always the right way.
Absolutely.
So yeah, even though the gem prices are awful, you're in a way supporting a more awful practice.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think the other factor of it as well is that in Japan, this kind of stuff gets prosecuted very consistently. Like people that have real money traded, people that like cheat an online game, people that like do fraudulent activity. Like if I think Bandai has remit in Japan, at least has remit to like to find people and take them to like prison. Like, which is kind of cooked, right? Like, and then it's happened before. I think people were mentioning like, I think it was like, what was it? I think Snafking in his video talks about like real money trading in like a fucking like Sonic game or some shit that people got taken to prison for or something like that.
That reminds me of when, not Bandai, but like I don't know, Shueisha or whatever.
Yeah,
they were taking people to court for the One Piece leaks.
The leaks, because like it's technically what they're doing is like fraud, right? So like they have grounds to essentially sue, and I guess sue might be the wrong word, but to like take people to like prison over like fraudulent activity of their product. I think that's right. I think that part's super. Like that part, I think is really interesting to look at it from that lens. I'm trying to see if I can find the snaffing video here where he like kind of pops up the example of it.
Right.
Yeah, not here though. That's cool. Snaffing. It was actually crazy because a lot of JP players posted like a fuck ton of videos on it, which I think was like, whoa, okay, like this is some real shit. Yeah, real money trading. Something's like happened for it. Like, I don't know. There was like an article where like people got actually sent to prison for just real money trading in Japan, which I think is fucking crazy. So yeah, man, kind of a cook situation. But yeah, Bandai basically went through and they updated their like their cheat policy, and like they made it a lot more explicit in terms of, hey, if you're cheating, like this is these are elements of cheating that they consider. Noted that Bandai is really bad at seeing hackers and modders and cheaters anyway, so you kind of take everything with a grain of salt regardless, because they are like really poor at kind of looking at those things. But I mean,
right.
I think it's still at the end of the day, I think it's still a positive thing, because I mean, even like in just Treasure Cruise in general, like modders are still so abundant and apparent in Treasure Cruise that it's just such a shitty environment to be in half the time. And like, to be honest with you, I don't know, like a lot of people, I would be very suspect that a lot of people in those higher ranks are like modding or cheating to some degree as well. I wouldn't put it past it, man. I think it's very easy to kind of do, and I think a lot of people that are high ranked in the, especially in the global community, I think there are elements of account sharing, there are elements of modding, especially like these days. Like account sharing is so much easier now because like iPhone has like, doesn't iPhone have like this really good like cloning feature now where you can just basically like lift and shift your entire data to like a new phone without having to worry about like changing like the actual like information in the app. So you don't have to like go and re-favorite all your units in Treasure Cruise. It's kind of just like you can open the game and play as is, like immediately. Like, so like
Um,
it's really
I mean,
interesting.
yeah, I mean that's nothing like new, but
Yeah,
it's just iCloud.
yeah, like it's crazy how quickly you can just lift your phone data to a new account or to a new phone. So like account sharing just makes it uh so easy to kind of approach from that lens and stuff. And it's like, damn man, are we really out here
Yeah,
like doing crazy shit for a mobile phone game?
and I mean, me and you could speak from experience. Like
Yup.
I competed with. I mean, I don't know 100%, but
Oh,
like I'm
100% it
pretty sure.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, the dude that I went up against in my summer event definitely was account swapping or something. And I mean, you ended up hitting first place, but you actually grinded out the rice event, and you know how long that
Yeah,
takes.
man, it's cooked, right? Like
Um,
100%.
so like to think that people are consistently doing that like every other week it's just like there's no way. Like there's no way that somebody has the mental capacity to keep up that type of effort for a fucking phone game.
Yeah, man. I think the craziest part is always like people take this shit like it's a gospel, man. People play Treasure Cruise like
Yeah.
their life fucking depends on it half the time, which for some people it definitely does. There's for some people it's their job, but not many, not many people. Like, I think people
like I-
kind of
like I like
yeah.
I get it back in the day, like when like you're maybe a content creator and you're actually like making bank, but like not now.
Not now, man. I think we've hit like the peak of the Treasure Cruise fall off, unfortunately. So I think it's really hard to like make good content. Like I think it's like Treasure Cruise is a game that thrives on quantity over quality in terms of content. And I think that like in that sense, it's just you lose such motivation to grind. Like so I don't know how people that have like regular ass jobs, like just like sit and play like treasure map for 93 out of 103 hours or some shit. Like
And
I
dude,
that's
dude,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Like when I played Treasure Cruise, let me think. So I started playing Treasure Cruise in 2016, right?
Mm,
So
you're a kid.
yeah,
Like
yeah, no, I started playing Treasure Cruise when I was I think I was 18. I
yeah,
was 18 when I started playing Treasure Cruise. Um, my first year that I was playing, I remember I was working.
yeah.
Then 2017, 18, and 19, I was in college. So a lot of that time, I was just able to play it and whatever. 20 The end of 2019 through 2021, I was working. And yeah, I mean, at that time, like I wasn't working like a hardcore job,
Mm.
but yeah, I mean, when I had to work and shit, like I couldn't play the game, and that was actually a big part of the reason why I lost that event is because I had to fucking go to work.
Well, yeah, that's it, 100%. Like I
um,
don't know how people that like have full time jobs, or maybe they don't. I don't know, man. But like I see people like they just grinding. I'm being like, especially like Japanese players, dude. Like the
exactly, and
yeah, it's crazy.
One Piece Treasure Cruise is a much higher demanding game
Yes. Yeah, yeah,
than
absolutely.
like, for example, like Dokkan Battle or a numerous like basically like more demanding than like probably any other gacha game I ever played.
No, it
um
is 100%. It is.
and the thing that sucks about Treasure Cruise is it doesn't suck because it's also a plus about the game,
Mm.
but just the way that the combat system works is it's not really possible to have a genuine auto system to clear good content because
Mm-hmm.
you need to physically play the game. um you can't, there's no way to set it up to, oh, do this special on this turn and tap like this.
Mm.
If that were the case, it'd probably be less demanding, but that would probably make the game even worse because at that point fuck the
You
game.
ain't playing no more. You're just letting it trying to rock, right? Which I think is like crazy.
Exactly.
So like
So yeah.
I can like I think like I don't know like how like what my final stance on it is. Like obviously because like to be transparent. I mean I cheap jammed. I wear that on my sleeve because I was like when I was a kid, man. Like I ain't got money. Like when I saw like $100 for like 1,800 gems, I was like Zooey Mama, mate. Like let's fucking go. Like that's
So I
cash.
so I will say I never cheap gemmed
Nah.
on my global account, but I did one time. I just wanted to see how it was. I
Yeah.
bought cheap gems on a JP account,
Mm.
and it was during the. I think it was during the. Um, it might have been when Shirahoshi came out on JP. I think.
That's crazy.
I think. I think I got like 100. I think I got 500 gems for $100 or
Yeah,
something
it's
like that.
fucking crazy, you know, like
I just did it. I just did it just to try it out. I
so it
did, I
happens.
I felt very weird after it, and I never did it again.
I was letting that shit fly. I was sending that shit, man.
I know y'all were,
Because I
and
was like, it was cool. I was
you
like,
know,
fuck me. I felt good because it's like I had gems in the bank. I could spend them how I wanted to. I felt like justified in how much I was spending. Now it's like, damn, man, to pull a unit cost me like 500 Australian dollars, which is crazy.
you know what's the craziest part about the cheap gems on global,
Mm.
and it's not to throw shade at anyone,
No.
but it's the truth. The fact that multiple big time global creators were cheap gemming,
Yeah.
got their accounts locked, whatever, and Bandai still partnered up with them is crazy.
It's
That's
true.
crazy as fuck.
It's true. And I think that then on the flip side of things, like I don't think Bandai would have ever taken action if certain people weren't crying about it on YouTube videos and stuff. That's the other side. I ain't gonna call names, but if you know, you know. But like, I think like there were certain people that were like crying and false allegationing, and then it turned into this whole debacle and blah 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 blah, back and forth and then obviously Bandai stepped in and did the business, which is fair enough. I think Bandai clearly well justified within their right to make those decisions and such too. But I imagine a world where like this cheap journey was still going on. It'd be crazy, man. People would have like millions. I still remember there was a guy in our Discord, Boruto. I think he also bought 100,000 cheap gems one time because he said, "Fuck it."
Oh my god!
And he would just let them fly, man. He had
A
oil.
lot of people.
He had that oil money, man. He had that oil money.
A lot of our me and Knight's friends, Knight included.
Yeah, 100%. I can't lie.
Yeah, they used to buy a lot of cheap gems too on JP. I remember that.
It's because like it just like again, I think that's probably like to come back to the Japan side of it. I think like it does present an interesting perspective because playing Treasure Cruise, if you want to play and you want to pull, and which obviously like you don't have to, no one's forcing you to, but if you want to be part of it all, you are having to spend such an exorbitant amount of money to kind of to do that, to pull in every banner, to participate in everything, to do every like it's an obscene, especially like at this point, Treasure Cruise is raking in some obscene level of legends per week. I think it's like 5 days per legend. Yeah, 5.9 days per legend at the moment, plus the new 2 that just came out. So probably like 5.5 days per legend. So like over the course of a year, that's what is that? It's like 60, almost 70 legends a year. Like, how do you, it's not feasible to keep up, like at all. So like I kind of get it, but at the same time, like I get both sides of it. It's like I don't justify it, I don't endorse it, and acknowledging that I was somebody that did participate in it in the past. But on the contrary, though, like if Treasure Cruise was either just a bit cheaper, or like they actually had proper sales, or there was like, or like the cost for to get a unit was cheaper, like we wouldn't be in a position where people have to go down these rabbit holes. But they probably naturally they still would anyway. Not a, like, you know, I'm not going to say that they wouldn't. But
exactly. And
but
if you compare it to how it was like when me and you played versus how it is now, back then, like they dropped like a unit like every 2 weeks or whatever, but that was about it. Like it didn't feel like you needed to spam. Like now we're getting like multiple banners a week. These banners have X amount of point boosters, this and that. You need to pull 7 copies of the units for this, that, and that. So yeah, like imagine like how intense it felt then versus now, like for the need of having extra gems.
Absolutely. I think people are probably spending more money than ever like now. than they ever have. And I think that's not because the game's doing well. That's just because people find there's a small like group of people that like find the need to spend that much money to keep up more than anything, right?
Yep.
Which I think is crazy. Like, and I mean, like that's always going to be gacha games in a nutshell. At the end of the day, like that's just what it is, and that's probably what it always will be. But like I'm looking right now, like what is it? Like Japan, and global made. JP made 2.5 mil last month. The global made 900K. So like, it's kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough. So
we need Bounty Rush to come in and clutch up.
we need like a new One Piece gacha game, man. Something that's actually modernized and cool and has a good like auto feature.
They keep dropping these China ones.
These China ones go crazy. What the hell? We need to get one of those ones. What are we doing here, man? But we'll see what happens. I think Bandai kind of said their piece on it, so I think it's kind of like, all right, let's move on from it, of course. But I think there's still I'm still gonna try to do a bit of investigation to see if I can find these websites and just have a look at like how it functions. So that'd be really interesting to see where it goes from there. I guess that kind of conversation does probably lead into the other big topic that I wanted to talk about today, which is Rainbow Tavern Medals. I don't know how much you know about these Rainbow Tavern Medals, Flame, but I
think we talked about it a little bit in a previous.
Yeah, so I think the what I want to talk about today is because now they've become a lot more prevalent. Like they have been embedded in pretty much everything at this point now, which I think is cool. But I think the downside of it is that the expiry is really bad. Really, really bad. The fact that you have about 10 days to use them from when you get them or when they land into your account, I think it's really rough that's kind of the perspective to have on them. So like, is there any other game that has like a freemium currency that has an expiry, or is it just fucking Treasure Cruise?
Well, Dokkan, for example, they have banners where when you do pulls, right? You do pulls, you get, I don't know, every time you do a pull, you get 10 medals. However, those medals for that exchange are only valid for when the banner's up. When the banner's over, they convert from that banner specific medal to just to the generic medals.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's not like entirely the same, but I don't know. I don't think I've really played something that had currency, like, you know, a specific currency that they're like, oh, use it by December 1st, or, you know, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's where like it kind of gyps me, like, because I think I'm in two minds for Rainbow Tavern Medals. I think like they're a really cool addition. Like I think like right now, if my account will load, I think I have like 140 Rainbow Tavern Medals at the moment, just like sat there. So technically that's like 140 gems that I can just use on any banner that's available at the moment. But the downside is that those are now expiring. And I don't know about you, man. I ain't trying to pull on the end of month banner. I'm trying to pull on like a TM banner or a Rumble banner. But the problem with the 10 days is that it doesn't last long enough to get you towards those better banners. And then the other side of the coin is that it's really challenging to then save them, because you can't really save them, especially that they haven't really replaced gems yet. But I think we talked about it last episode, where a lot of the SNS, I mean, at the moment, both SNS campaigns that we've received have now been Tavern Medals, which is cool, because I think we're getting like 50 RTMs, which is dope. It's a free multi, but once that shit hits the account, you got 10 days to spend it. So like it's like, damn, man. You gotta
Right,
like
it's
make sure
over.
you're using them. Like here you go. I have 140 Rainbow Tavern medals, of which 30 of them will expire in 3 days, 15 will expire in 4 days, 55 will expire in 5 days, 5 of them will expire in 6 days, and 35 of them will expire in 7 days. So that's kind of this constant balancing act of like where do I spend them? And how do I even approach it? So I don't know if I like them or not still. I think there's still a bit of a clunky, like, I mean, like, they're not going to change anything now, but I don't know if I'm a fan of them at all.
Yeah, I mean they should just be it should just be like other games where they let you stack them, like in Fate or the MiHoYo games. Like you get tickets and you can save those tickets for any banner and you can use them whenever you want. They just keep stacking up, and it should just be it should just be like games that have tickets where you could substitute the medals for rainbow gems. That's what literally any other games do, and they let you use them on any banner.
The idea that they expire, I think, is the worst part of them.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Like they in other games they don't expire, and on top of that, they also put them in the shop and reset every month, so you can hold X amount of them.
Yeah, like I think if they expired, but it took them like a couple months to expire, or at least a month, like 30 days, I think I'd be more fine with it. But 10 days is I'm not a fan of a 10-day turnaround. Seems a bit obscene. Like I think the general sentiment from a lot of people is that they're cool, they exist. Like it's great that we have another essence of currency, but taking away free gems is just not the move. And a lot of content is kind of following suit, but in like different ways, right? So for Kizuna, they've added in personal ranking rewards finally, which is great. But what they've done is they've done a split between gems and Rainbow Tavern medals for those rewards. So you get them, which is cool. On the contrary, and I guess this kind of ties into probably like the last thing I'm going to talk about, because I don't fucking care about Frankie and Brook legends that exist. Is the like changes to the PKA missions happened recently, which is cool. They've changed it around, so there's no longer needing to grind out Hime turtles to get your gem rewards. The limited missions are made a lot easier, so on and so on and so on. But in order for them to do that, they have removed gems from the Chopper Man missions. It's only Rainbow Tavern medals now, which I don't like that part. That part's a bit of a sketchball thing.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
So if you really want to maximize the time for your RTMs, you have to, which is what I'm trying it now, but you have to basically keep your PKA level as low as possible, farm like using the auto strat just to spend your stamina, and then when the missions are about to expire, like the limited missions, you push to level 100 to claim all your RTMs, and then you can play PKA as normal, because you don't need to get to 200 anymore. You only get 200 for the clear rewards, and then there are no the 500 total missions are not time gated. You can get them whenever you want during the PKA month. So that's a bit sweaty, man. That's a bit sweaty, man. Do that shit every month just to maximize the time frame for 50 gems. Come on, big dog. What are we doing?
Yeah, that's silly. It's not worth it, and they find a way to implement new shitty systems into that game every month.
Every month there's an update that they're just like, it's so stupid. Like for example, the Turbo Potion Flame. Remember the Kizuna Turbo Potion? They gave one potion. That's all you get. You get one.
Oh my god.
You get one potion. I don't even know if you're gonna get one potion per Kizuna. And the only other way to get these potions is by gem packs. Which is and all it does is it skips 4 levels. That's literally, it does what it says in the tin. It skips 4 levels. It's just like, I bet that's it. That's all you get.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. That's crazy. I don't know.
God.
I don't know, man. I think this game's in a weird place as usual. Par for the course, man. I guess though, that's probably it on the Treasure Cruise front. The only other thing that kind of, I guess we can talk about in other news. Yeah, I'll talk about it in other news, man. Oh well, damn, man. Todd really ghosted us. That's crazy. I'm thinking about it now. On the 6th anniversary of the podcast, it's just you and I as usual. I don't know, man.
It'd be like that.
It do be like that, 100%. Okay. I mean, we can get into some off-topic stuff, mate. Anything happen in your world? Anything been going on in the world you want to chat about?
Let me think. What has been going on?
That's a great question.
Well, as not that it's unusual, but normally during the summertime, there's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
I think the most notable thing of note that happened since last episode is Hollow Knight Silksong finally got a release date.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it comes out next week.
That's crazy. I did see like I saw a few things on it how like they had like an interview with the devs and they asked them about like, oh, was this game like in development hell? Like what was going on? And then I think the devs were kind of just like, nah, man, we're just having fun, like making it, which I think is was so funny.
I think I saw something about that. I think they said that one, they don't have a big development team, and they've basically just been grinding.
They've just been making the game,
which is crazy because I didn't really even realize how long ago Hollow Knight came out.
I think I know.
Hollow Knight came out in 2017.
Yeah, nah, that's cooked. Don't be saying that out loud. 2017?
Yeah, and the crazy thing is this game's not even a sequel, it's a prequel. I think it's a prequel.
Yeah. I just saw it just popped up on my Twitter just then. Hollow Knight Silksong costs $20. Like, yeah, it's just an indie game. Like, that's just what it is, man. It's just an indie game, which I think is like, which is so crazy. Like, damn, man.
Yes. Yeah, so that's I'm probably not gonna get it next week just because, well, number one, I still need to play the original because I bought it way back when and I played it a little bit, but I never finished it, and I do want to actually, get through it. So, but I'm not planning on going too crazy on stuff because BL4 is coming out soon, and I'm gonna be locked in on that. But yeah, I mean, other than that, there really hasn't been much stuff, I believe.
It's been very quiet in the world recently.
Yeah, very quiet as far as the stuff that we're interested in. I did buy movie tickets to see the Demon Slayer movie, which I don't really care about it, but I just want to see it.
I haven't seen much like been posted about it, to be honest with you. Obviously, when it gets like when people start watching it in actual like Western cinemas, I'm sure like Twitter's gonna go crazy with it and stuff. But I have seen that it's like, I think it's like in Japan, it's like the top 3 fastest grossing or highest grossing film. Which I mean,
yeah, that's not surprising to me. Did you read it? I don't remember.
No, but I know of it.
Okay.
Yeah,
and you don't care, right?
No, I don't care. But for people in the chat, what the fuck?
Yeah, spoiler warning.
in the audience, it is a spoiler warning. So just a heads up.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, it's not really rocket science, but this movie is going to cover 3 fights. It's going to cover the Shinobu versus I think his name is Doma. It's the second ranked demon. It's gonna be Akaza versus Tanjiro, and I think his name is Gin. Or Giyu. No, Giyu. His name is Giyu. Giyu and Tanjiro, and then the other one is gonna be Zenitsu versus whoever the fuck killed his dad or fucking master. So yeah, that's gonna cover those 3 things. The next movie, then there's another movie after that apparently is coming out in like 2027.
Oh,
which
come on. It's 2027, big dog. What are we doing here?
which is covering, I don't know how many fights it's covering, but there's another movie after that.
No.
And it's coming out in
No.
2029.
No. 3 films? We didn't learn from Attack on Titan? We didn't learn? I guess we didn't learn.
I cannot believe that the Demon Slayer anime is going to end in 2029. Like,
no,
why?
brother, don't say that.
Do you know how many things are going to transpire between this conversation and that?
Bro, if we're still doing the podcast in fucking 4 more years, I'm gonna off myself. I can't do this shit for 4 more years, man. What are we doing, dude?
If Treasure Cruise is still alive.
Nah, hell nah, bro. We're gonna 15th anniversary of OPTC, and we get to talk about the Demon Slayer, fucking Infinity Castle Part 3. Like, come on, dude. No way. No way, man. No.
It's so crazy. Like why does it and the worst part about it is the ending is awful.
I really do wonder if they're going to change the ending. I really do. I kind of expect them to do it just because I know that, like, the ending... Like, I don't know the ending of the manga, but I do know that the manga, like, people did not like the ending at all.
You don't know the ending of the manga?
I don't. I know, like, I've seen screenshots and shit, but I haven't, like, ever, like, understood it properly. So by all means, you can tell me right now. Again, big spoiler warning. See you in 2029, but big spoiler warning.
Basically, it's so shit. Let me pull it up.
We're pulling it up. Demon Slayer, like, single-handedly made and destroyed the anime industry, I think, at the same time. Like, I think people were so hype on it, like, so many normies, quote unquote, got so hype on Demon Slayer that, like, I think it evolved anime into being cool. So you have to give Demon Slayer its flowers for that. But then, like, it's kind of ass though. Still, no, like,
nah, there's no cope in it. It's just ass.
That's so
let me
funny.
see. The worst thing about the Shonen Jump, dude, the Viz Shonen Jump like website, it's like it's so complicated to find, to just read the series.
I think they do that shit on purpose, man.
Here it is. All right, hold on. Let's go to this fucking trash. God, I feel nasty even clicking on this.
Bro, do you know that the voice actor for, what's his name, Denjiro? Is his name Tanjiro, not Denjiro. I think that's One Piece. Tanjiro is also Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, and he's Ayano Koji from whatever that Classroom of the Elite. He's got a good, bro. He's the guy from Your Lie, not Your Lie. Is it Your Lie in April? Yeah, he's the guy from Your Lie in April. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
This guy's got the craziest backstory. Bro, he's the guy from Dan Da Dan. What the fuck? He's the guy from Odd Taxi. What?
So basically, at the end of spoiler warning,
Yep.
the end of Demon Slayer, you know, they finished the fight with Muzan, whatever. You know, whoever died.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
everything kind of gets back to normal.
Yippee! We won. We did it.
They're having their, like, oh my god, like, how are your injuries? Take care, this and that.
Yeah.
Like, everything's nice. They're having their little bat scenes. They pray for the people that died, and then this is the second to last chapter. Out of, you know what type of time period Demon Slayer takes place in. It's like Edo, Japan,
Yeah, old
whatever.
Japan. Yeah.
Randomly, next, like, the last panel of the second to last chapter is like a modern city, like New York.
No.
What the fuck?
No,
So then
don't say that.
You flip to the last chapter, chapter 205. Chapter 205. So first things first, I got to screenshot this for you.
Yep. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I can pull it up.
Nah, don't do yourself that disjustice. I got you.
Demon Slayer manga chapter 205. You go.
Matter of fact, pull it up. Just pull it up.
They're at school.
Go to the cover art. You got the school.
They're at school.
So basically, what happens is they jump into some alternate reality that's in modern day Tokyo, and it's just a bunch of the characters in like alternate scenarios.
Why?
People that have died are here, and yeah, they're in school now. That's the end of the news. Like, I don't. It's the most weird, random thing I've ever seen in my life.
No. Wake up already. You're gonna be late to school. Kamado Kanata, 16. Shut up. Talking to 16.
So yeah, we're waiting 4 years for that.
I hope this doesn't get adapted.
And the Muzan fight, the end of the Muzan fight's fucking ass too. Like the way they kill him it's like,
Was it power of friendship?
It's I don't even remember. Like he like takes over Tanjiro's body.
Oh,
and then, like,
not that shit, man.
Yes, Tanjiro like turning into some demon, and it's ass. Like it's
not that stuff, brother.
The fight in the next movie though, where they're fighting the number 1 ranked guy, that's actually a good fight. I'm not gonna say it's worth 2 years of waiting, but it's a good fight.
I went to chapter 203 and it is power of friendship. I'm looking at it right now. This shit is straight power of friendship type bullshit, man. Yeah. Oni-chan, let's go back. Shut up talking to me, brother.
Yeah, it's not worth.
This is the whole chap. That was the whole chapter.
Yeah. So,
bruh, this shit is. It's over. Yeah. ... That's ass, man. Nah, this ass sucks. This shit's ass, bro.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like,
this is like,
are we really waiting?
Demon Slayer. I can't believe. I'm so upset that Demon Slayer was the gateway to everyone liking anime again. I can't believe it.
It's just because Ufotable is such a good animation.
They're so good at their job. They're so good at their job. Yeah, they should do a anime only ending. Don't do this shit, man.
It could have literally been any anime, I think.
Yeah, but it was Demon Slayer because he had some cool like colors.
Yeah,
and everyone was like, "Yo, this is so well animated." And then One Piece pulls out its fat cock, and it's like every week we're doing this shit, man. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, that I bought tickets for that. So that's
I bought tickets for that. You're gonna be. Or even this shit this shit looks ass in the manga. I'm looking at some of the chapters now. The art kind of ass.
Oh yeah.
So much text on the screen, man. There's no room for images at all.
It's like JJK and Chainsaw Man. Like the manga art is ass, but the anime makes it godly.
Don't get me started with the Chainsaw Man manga. That's the worst thing of all time, I think.
And the Chainsaw Man Rize movie the animation looks phenomenal.
Yeah, I just hope that I hope they just don't animate any more Chainsaw Man, because right now in the manga, I don't even know what's fucking going on. I think it's
what pissed me off about
so bad.
Chainsaw Man. Not the manga, but season 1 is good. They're putting so much hype on this Rize arc. In my opinion, the Rize arc is not even that good. The arc after this, the arc after this is way better.
Yep.
The next 2 arcs actually. And then part 2 of Chainsaw Man. I stopped reading Chainsaw Man
good. Don't
40,
bother.
50 chapters ago.
Don't bother.
But from what I've read from the beginning of part 2 to where I left off, I really liked it. It was before all that crazy shit was happening, but it was really good.
I think maybe I'm dumb, which is I think a lot of people would like to say that I am. But I just don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where we're at. I don't know what's the purpose of the story. Like, I think if Chainsaw Man ended before it stepped into core 2, you know what I'm talking about? I'm a bit more hesitant on Chainsaw Man spoilers than Demon Slayer. But like if Chainsaw Man ended there and it was like ended basically like tragically, I think that'd be hectic. That was a sick way to finish it off. I think perfect.
Yeah.
The same way that Attack on Titan should have ended with him killing everyone. But let's not get into it. Like, come on, big dog.
Oh my god, that would have been so peak.
That'd been so peak, dude. 100%. I think tragic endings are kind of cool. It might not give you this like again like Haikyuu low key. That's why it's one of
ending.
that's God tier ending because it ended tragically, right? When you think about it, like obviously all like the way that it ended and then it came back was like this really beautiful like tragedy into like self-discovery into like happy fun, but it was so well done. But
yeah, God tier.
So, bro, I think Haikyuu might be one of the best mangas I've ever read. I think I would low-key say it's on par with One Piece, dude. It was so fucking good, man.
I cannot believe the Haikyuu. I cannot believe the ending of Haikyuu is not animated yet.
Dude, they're just doing movies as well, man. It's fucked,
like,
bro.
Why?
Especially like
it's
the
so
game
bad.
after the what's the team called? The red team, the dumpster final.
Neko.
Yeah, the game, the match after the Nekomata team is like irrelevant. Like, how are you gonna get a whole movie out of that? Come on.
Isn't that where he plays the little giant?
Yes,
the kid with the
yes,
hair?
yes. You're not gonna get a whole movie out of that, big dog. But the ending, I'm gonna cry though. I'll be there. I'll fucking be there, bud. But I wonder.
Spoiler alert for Haikyuu.
Yeah.
Doesn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he like faints and just like his head hits the ground, and then everyone's like, "Oh fuck! How did we not realize he was sick the whole fucking time?" Like his body just like collapses.
Right, and then they lose the tournament, and then there's the time skip, right?
And then time skip, and then he's in Brazil. Like, what the fuck? Why in Brazil for, big dog? Like, you know?
Dude, in Haikyuu, I am the biggest Oikawa glazer. So when they teamed up, I was so hyped.
Oikawa's funny as, bro. I love it, man.
He's goated.
He's fucking. I hate him, but I think it's a good reason to hate him because he's just good. He's just good. It's like pissing me off how good he is.
I don't hate him, but their match in season 2, that in my opinion, I think that's the best match. I think
that's peak.
The third season match I think is overrated. It's good, but it's not better than that one.
I think they did a really cool. I think what they did was a great job of animating a match in 10 episodes. I think was really well done though. I mean that part I like the most because I think every ep I was like on the edge of my seat like constantly, which was great. But I think the Alba Joysai rematch was peak because
it's peak.
You have so many great storylines that stem from that. And like you have this guy, Oikawa, who's like refined his talent and like this idea of like hard work is meant to pay off, right? Like I'm meant to, if I work hard, everyone says to me, if I work hard, like it's meant to pay off and I'll be good at what I do, to then lose to the guy that's naturally gifted because of some freak little ginger cunt. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, but
yeah,
I think it shows like a really cool like turning point for Oikawa, especially at the very end of Haikyuu. We're like, whoa, this is fucking sick, dude. Like, you know?
Yep.
So I think there's a beauty in that. To like how well written Haikyuu is. And now I'm looking at this Demon Slayer shit, man. This shit kind of fucking ass, bro. Why is Tanjiro biting her, man? What the fuck are we doing here? Pussy boy? Get out of there.
Haikyuu is one of the rare Shonen Jump manga that had a good ending.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, sir. Yes. I could not agree more, dude. Could not agree more.
Yeah, because you know how the Shonen Jump curse goes.
They're all shit. What am I even reading right now? Am I reading anything of value? No, not really. I ended up reading The Climber. I finished it the other night.
Oh yeah, you was telling us about
that. It's peak. You should read it, man. Like it's so psychological and it's like the pursuit of passion and drive and like tenacity behind just this endless pursuit of wanting to be the guy. And like it's so beautiful in that sense. I would highly recommend people. And it's like it's on like all like the motivational fucking TikToks and Instagram reels and shit. But like it lives up to that perspective. And I think that there's something really special about that I was a really big fan of. So I would highly recommend I would highly recommend reading it if you haven't done so yet. It is so good. It's so good.
In other manga news,
Okay.
Togashi's back writing Hunter.
Yeah, I did see you for like 19 pages. My goat right there, dude. That's my fucking guy.
We'll get our 10 chapters in a couple months probably.
Yeah. He'll get there. We'll see. One more chapter. I really think at this point, like, I get that Togashi wants to obviously write his shit, but I feel like at this point he needs to just like tell somebody the story and get them to write it and draw it. Like, he can still be involved in the story side of things. Like, what is it like One Punch Man, right? Like Murata and then the other guy who can't fucking draw for shit, but like he's really good at doing the storytelling side of things. And then Murata comes in and draws these beautiful scenic images every time. Like, surely Togashi needs to just step into that realm, right? Surely, at some point.
Well, I've had this conversation before with other people. He's too stubborn. He'll never do it. He's too stubborn.
Yeah.
Unironically, and it's very sad to say, he will pass away before that is over.
Yes, which is depressing, right? So depressing.
Yeah.
Because like even like
unless he just short ends it.
Oh fucking hell! And Gon dies. Yippee! Wahoo!
Gon dies. He's not even in the fucking story.
Like fucking like Berserk is still ongoing as well, which I've always
I can't read it. I can't.
Like I find that so weird, right? Like
it's not bad. Like, I remember after he passed, like I read like a couple of the chapters after he passed, and they're still good.
They're fine.
It's just not the same. It's not the same.
But like how would you feel if God forbid. Actually, I might even say it. I might even say it out loud. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not manifesting that. But if anything happened to One Piece, how would you feel about that? Do you think like you'd continue reading it if someone took it over?
Nah, I'd feel the exact same way as I do with Berserk. It's not the same.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'd find it so uncomfortable to read it and be like, oh, somebody else did this. I don't know about that one, Chief.
And right, and you can make a parallel. Like, obviously Berserk and One Piece are like way different content.
Yes.
The actual like architecture of the story is comparable. Like, they're both like 10 out of 10 series. So dude, it's so crazy. The chat, like like, it's kind of like a joke in a way, but it's like fucked up. The last chapter that I think is his name Murata?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it?
No, Berserk.
Oh, it's something with an M.
Yeah.
I think Murata is the guy that writes.
Miura, Kentaro Miura. Yeah.
Miura.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. The last chapter that Miura wrote is literally one of the most god tier cliffhangers I've ever seen in Berserk. Like, I literally joke around saying, like, it's like he knew he was gonna die. Like, that's how crazy the cliffhanger was.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. And like, people would just be still riding it. Like, really? We doing that?
Do you read Berserk?
I've read bits and pieces. Like, it's still in my my list to just actually read properly at some point.
Okay, so I won't say it then. But yeah, basically, like, the context of it is like there's like this thing that's been in the story for like a super long time,
right?
And then like a lot of stuff happened, and then in that last chapter, it gets revealed that that thing that's been with them the entire time is like very much connected to the main villain, and it's like, holy shit, like, that's super insane.
See. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a shame. I mean, the only good thing is he's writing more often than he has. Like, when there was a period where there was no Hunter x Hunter for like 10 years, I think. So the fact that we're at least getting it like every other year, every 2 years, I mean, I guess it's better than nothing.
What is going on in Hunter x Hunter right now? Like, what is happening in that manga?
Did you watch the anime?
Nah, fuck no. But I know about it. Again, I know about it.
All right. So basically, in Hunter x Hunter, after the Chimera Ant arc,
Mm-hmm.
um, Gon and Killua split up,
Sick.
and the story pivots to Kurapika, and there's a place in the Hunter x Hunter world called the Dark Continent. It's in a way similar to the Gourmet world in Toriko.
Okay, yeah,
Um, and it's been alluded to in the anime, and that is basically where the manga was leading to.
yeah.
So they begin the arc to the Dark Continent.
Great.
Um, and they basically have to take this ship, Kurapika, and there's like all these like crazy. Honestly, I haven't read that stretch because I'm waiting for him to fucking finish it.
Finish it, yep.
But you know about it. So basically, there's like a bunch of like these princes and assassins and the
Right.
spiders. They're all on the ship, and there's this entire time they are still going to the Dark Continent. They have not got there yet.
Great.
So this entire time they've been on this super insane arc. Like don't get it twisted. Like the arc is great. Like it's
Mm.
really fucking good. It's just it barely comes out. Um, and what's crazy is once they actually get off this ship, like they're gonna be in this you know super insane place. Like this could be like another like 600 chapters of content, like crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Will we actually honestly, like I just hope we get to see the landing of the Dark Continent. At this point, that's all I want to see.
You ain't gonna say shit, man.
Land on the fucking island.
So what happened to fucking Gone, man? Is he satisfied? Has he done his thing?
Well, what happened with Gon is in the Chimera Ant arc, he fought against Pito, and in like one of the craziest scenes in like fiction, he he fucking, I don't even know how, I can't even explain how he did it. He like summons all of his power to like accelerate his body to a point where he would have had to train like for X amount of years straight without stopping, and he like completely annihilates the villain, and that strain of whatever he did or that contract he made, it just basically like completely wiped his ability to use Nen.
Damn.
And there's like it's kind of an ass pull, but like I don't really care. There's a character called Aluka, it's Killua's sister, and he he asked her to heal him. Um, so I think he could use Nen again, but he can't currently use it. Like it's still like really bad. So I think like he's out of the story right now. He's out of commission. Killua rescued his sister because she was like trapped, and he like went off with her. So they're basically all doing their own thing, and the story is following Kurapika right now.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, no, it's peak.
Fucking hell, man.
But yeah, will we actually get the ending to
No.
that? I don't know. It's a good question. How many chapters from this conversation? How many chapters of Hunter x Hunter will we have by the time the ending of Demon Slayer is animated?
Like 3, maybe 2, if we're lucky.
Well, no. Whenever he comes back, he drops 10 chapters.
Oh,
It's always 10
okay.
chapters.
So I don't know, 10 chapters maybe every 2 years. So you might get like
I
15
think
max on average.
I think by the time we'll get 20 in total. We'll get 20 chapters by the time that comes out.
Okay, so like 2 years worth was what we're saying.
Yeah. I think he'll drop this year, and then he'll probably drop in like 27 or 28.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Oh,
Here's a better question: by the time the Demon Slayer movie comes out, you think One Piece will be over?
nah, man. Otter's having fun in this. I mean, that's a great way. I think somebody actually asked a question for us to talk about the manga a bit for One Piece. Now that Todd's not here as well, like Otter's having a bit too much fun in these flashbacks, man. He's having a lot of fun in these flashbacks. I'll tell you how much for free. He's enjoying it a bit too much, I think, at this point.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like this is probably going to be the best flashback in One Piece.
This flashback's
at this
crazy.
point.
Sharky got everyone on a fucking around her fingers, mate. Like it's no one's fucking business, bro. It's crazy.
I'm gonna say it. She looks better than Boa.
100%. That's a fucking. That's fucking the most obvious thing, man. Come on, dog. Roger got fucking cracked, bro. Rayleigh getting a bad bitch, come and make me yours, head ass. Fucking well, load.
The newest chapter is funny. I was telling my friend, I'm like, Shaki is such a hoe. She she sent this guy Roger like a little thing saying, pull up basically. He comes and she's like, where's Rayleigh?
Where's Rayleigh, dumbass? you fucking slag. Oh, Rayleigh's sick on the ship. No, he's not.
And she's like, oh, I'm not interested anymore.
I'll pass.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. Like, and then you have the whole, like, bro, who's the bitch that gave birth to Shanks and Shamrock? Two fucking demons. Like, well, what are we trying to do there? Let's have a conversation about that real quick. Who the fuck's that?
And I thought, unless I misread it, I thought originally that Garling was the dad, but I guess he's not.
I think he is.
Right?
I think he is.
Is he?
Because I think it was like hinted like, we tried offering them membership in the world, blah, 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 blah. And the great one will surely be pleased with it. In 2 years' time, I strongly urge you to hold the next hunt at God Valley. I think that was potentially alluding to like the kids being born, like the kids were born on God Valley or some shit. So like,
yeah,
I guess they're the prize, which I think makes sense now.
I mean, like, it makes sense, but if it's his kids, why isn't he just bring them?
I think because he's a fucking sociopath. Like, I think he likes to kill. I think he's a gambler as well, because he's like, fuck it, I'll put my kid up as collateral, and then like if I don't win, I lose my kid. Well, I'll figure it out. And then he does lose the kid. Roger finds Shanks in a box. Like, what's up, man? But who's the mum? That's the real question. Who's the bitch that birthed these two creatures? Like, what are we doing here?
I guarantee they don't show her.
Oh, 100%. Otto's going to show in a flashback in like 4 years when Demon Slayer movie part 3 comes out. You know, he's going to show it then.
It's crazy with them talking about God Valley so much. I genuinely think they're going to show it.
I fucking hope. I think it'd be crazy if it does. Because even like in the chapter, if I remember correctly, Rox even alluded to having a kid. So I think Big Mom kind of called him out.
Yeah.
What happened, Rox? I'm kind of sad, blah, blah, blah. And then, yeah, Big Mom was like, I see a woman's intuition is a scary thing, huh? Like, kind of pointing out, like, oh, like, Rox is like, he was excited or something like that about a kid coming, or like he was nervous for a kid or some shit. Like, that shit's crazy. And then you have, like, fucking, what's his name? Harold and Rox are still fighting, and then they're finally giving up. Like, fucking, then you
it's great.
Loki's bitch ass still having a cry. Like, fuck off, little gimp.
Dude, it's crazy that Harold like goes toe to toe with Rox like this, and like he gets no respect in like the One Piece verse. Like nobody talks about him ever.
Yeah, because everyone in the One Piece verse is fucking stupid. Like, bro, Harold is crazy strong, man. He's so strong.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like in like terms of like the actual characters, like in the story. Yes. Yeah, like they never talk about this guy.
I guess because like no one really knows that they're going toe to toe so often or so casually. I suppose. Like, I guess because he'd probably want to keep this shit under wraps for the most part. He doesn't want to. He probably doesn't want people knowing that he's just fighting. He's fighting Rox. Like, what the fuck, man? I think Rox is a great character though. I'm very impressed. I thought I wasn't gonna like him at first, but I think I've come around to thinking he's actually a really cool character. Like, without a doubt, I think he's really dope.
He is, and you want to know something really? Speaking of Rox, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I just reacted to the newest episode of One Piece, and they it's the episode where Luffy, goes at Saturn and the Blackbeard pirates arrive on Egghead.
Yeah.
And I don't think at the time, unless, maybe I'm just not into One Piece reactionary content as I think I am, but there's a scene, I don't even remember if it's in the manga, but there's a scene in the anime episode, and it's so interesting now that we've seen this that it was literally right there in front of us and we never knew. Um, when Katarina Devon goes up to
Yeah,
Saturn
touches
and
his leg. Yeah,
touches his leg,
crazy.
um, well, not just that, he said, actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it for you right now.
Because he
I
says
want,
something, right? He's like, what is it?
I'm gonna get you the exact thing because I'm gonna go on my video. Give me one sec.
But yeah, like Katarina like touching his legs, so now she has the ability to transform into him at some point as well, which is crazy.
So he says, Katarina Devon, I never thought someone from level 6 would submit to someone. And she says Tej is special, right? He says, and she says Tej is special, and Saturn says as is his bloodline, which now we know what that means. And then Katarina says, "Oh, so you're aware of that?" So like we know what it means now, but like back then that probably went over people's head.
Oh, went over my
They
head,
probably
100%. Yeah.
they probably just thought that they meant like, oh, he's a D.
Yeah.
But now we know what that means, and it makes sense that the elders are aware of that because he knew Emu.
But then, like, how, like, who's the mum? Like, what are we doing here? Also, like, where does Roge come into it? Like, Ace's mum. where does Portuguese Roge come into it?
Well, I'm assuming, Roger was able to see that Shaki's clearly not interested in him.
Damn, he really turned down Clarissa as well, man. That's crazy. He got old.
He turned her down. So I guess at some point, I don't know. He probably was just like, "Fuck it."
He's well, I'll find someone else.
Same thing with Rox. Rox realized that Shaki's not interested in him either.
I wonder if Blackbeard will be like a big mum. Is gonna be a big mum child or some shit, man. I fucking hope not. But dude, low-key, big mum crazy strong though. Probably the most powerful like female character in all of One Piece. Like, it's actually crazy.
Can share.
Like, yeah, here's the part where you can kind of confirm. Like, Rox is like expecting the kid because some random lady's like, it has to be a woman. The guy's grinning like he's expecting a kid. You're like, yes.
Yeah.
But also, like, now we still haven't even like had the Loki backstory. Like, this was meant to be like, was this backstory not just meant to be like the Loki backstory? Like, at the end of the day, now it's evolved into Rox. It's evolved into Harold. It's now evolved into Shanks and Shamrock. Like, what are we doing here, man? Otter's having too much fun.
And it's crazy what's gonna come like once we get back to the present. Like it's super insane.
Yeah, man. the kids are still gonna die. Elbaf is on fire. Like,
yeah, Luffy, Zoro, and Loki are about to come from the underworld. We're gonna see Loki's devil fruit. Emu's possessing Gunko. Gunko's fucking Brooks' child apparently. Like, also the cover story of like Kazuki Moria just popping up. Moria.
That's crazy. That's probably the most insane part. Like, you ain't gonna tell me that Moria a good guy? Real shit? Come on, big dog. No way.
Kazuki Moria, get the fuck out of here.
Here lies the pirate of justice. Dude, Moria was a demon, and now he's a good guy? Come on, man. That's crazy to me. I was interesting. Ryoan actually pointed it out to me. That's probably how Moria was able to get Ryuma so easily. And I was like, oh, that's a really good call out, actually. Because that's crazy.
I did not think about that.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that makes sense now. Now it makes a lot of sense how he's able to get Ryuma, but also how he's able to get all those like broken ass pirates as well. And shit like that too. So, but also like, Yamato, hurry up, man. Fucking, you still in this damn pilgrimage. It's been 40 fucking volumes. Where else you gonna go? Like, what are we doing, dude?
God, it's fucking crazy.
Otter's so good at just extending shit, but also keeping you captivated the whole time. Like, we're even to see. I don't think we've seen Luffy in the manga for like 20 chapters, right? Like something crazy, I think, at this point.
I don't think it's been that long, but yeah, it's been a little while.
Let's see, 1158. The things we find scary. Okay, that was definitely a Luffy chapter. Yeah, fucking pilgrimage. Fuck off, mate. God, I miss seeing the modern. I low-key miss seeing the modern day fucking shit, man. Now I'm like, damn,
Well,
man.
You have to remember too. It was similar to the Odin flashback. You know, it was a while without Luffy.
It was so long. Like, come on, big dog. I just want to see some cool shit.
I don't think it's been that long. I don't even think it's been 10 chapters yet.
It just feels like it's been so long, dude. Because like this.
It's because there's been a lot of breaks.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Actually, now that you mention it, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, yep. Okay, that makes sense to me now. Fucking, I mean, even the chapter was titled "Rocks versus Harold." Like, what an odd chapter titles. Oh my god, I don't know, man. I wonder what's gonna happen. I think you are right though. I think to put a bow on it, I would not be shocked if we end up seeing. Like, I mean, I kind of hope so as well. We actually end up seeing God Valley in its entirety.
I mean, I think at this point it's leading up to it. Like, they keep talking about it, and even this chapter, most like significantly, he's like, yeah, like, you know, pull up to God Valley, like you're gonna see something crazy.
And when we're gonna skip forward in 2 years, and then it's gonna like jump to like the actual God Valley thing, and then you're gonna see like Shanks gets put into a box. And then you get the devil fruits all get kind of put there as well. And then now we have the whole God Valley incident gets now the 30 chapters of the God Valley incident. And then you're going to see Garp and Roger teaming up against Rocks. And like now we're going to understand why Garp's the hero and why, you know, how Rocks got defeated and then how like the Rocks pirates separated in their own way. Like, and then eventually when it come back to like Luffy and the jabronis like having a chat with Loki just in the underworld, man. Like, oh my god, dude. Oh
god.
Oh well. It is what it is. That was a good chat there. Any games been playing, man? Anything you're playing?
Well, like I said earlier, I've been playing BL3.
How's that going?
It's, you know, base game is shit, but we literally just started the DLC like right before we got on call, and it you know, it's okay. We didn't play like a main DLC yet. We played like one of the side ones, but from what I played so far, it was okay.
Yeah.
I just downloaded. It's funny because I always used to meme about this. I just downloaded Monster Hunter Wilds.
Okay, he's locked in. Here we go.
To play with one of my special friends. So we're gonna be playing that. We're gonna play it on Monday. I had to play a little bit of it to get to a point where I unlocked co-op.
Yep.
So I picked I'm playing on PC, so whenever I play things on PC, if I can get some type of like ADS advantage, I always do that. So I picked I would have, if I was playing on controller, I would have picked like a sword, like a heavy sword character. But
yeah,
since I have the power of the mouse, I picked the bow and arrow character.
Yep.
So I did that, and I've also been playing a little bit of Stardew Valley.
Okay.
We've been playing that together as well. It's fun. It's like a chill game.
It's a chill game, but you can fucking Omega Sweat it as well, which I think is so funny. You can Omega Sweat Stardew Valley.
Yeah, we're definitely not Omega sweating it. we're just more chilling and playing and talking and stuff. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's calm. It's a calm game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically all I've really been playing. And from now until the next episode, I'm probably only going to be playing BL3 and Monster Hunter but by the next time we record, BL4 is coming out, and that's all I'm going to be playing when that comes out.
Sounds good.
Yeah, what about you?
I'm playing anything? Shit from my ass, mate. I haven't been doing nothing. I've still been playing FIFA with my friends, which is fun. New FIFA coming out couple weeks. We'll be there every year. We'll be there. I've been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac, actually. I'm going back and just doing runs every kind of day or two, which has been always just fun to just... That game just never gets tiring or never get bored of it at all. which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it, really. Nothing. I don't be gaming, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't be gaming no more. I need to game more. I don't need to game more. I'm doing fine. Now I think about it, man. I gotta go get my life in order. I gotta get healthy. That's what I gotta. I gotta go game the gym. I'm a fucking fat ass right now. That's what I need to be doing, man. I guess then quickly jumping into the TCG corner. What's happening? Anything happening in the TCG world at all?
On Pokemon Pocket.
Okay, everyone's favorite game.
They just released the mini expansion to the Gen 2 packs. So they have like the Suicune set. It has the 3 dogs. It actually has some really nice cards in there. But, as usual, that game's ass.
Yep.
And they drop a new pack like every 3 weeks. It's like Treasure Cruise now.
Yep.
And I'm still personally pulling on the Lugia packs because I want to get that gold Lugia card. So I'm gonna just force myself to fucking pull on those packs until I get enough points to do it.
Yeah. They fixed the arts, right? They got new art styles and shit too.
Yeah, they got new arts.
I still think that's probably one of the funniest things to still happen, man. So jokes. I love it.
I actually had enough hourglasses to do a 10 pull today, and I pulled the immersive Lugia, and I got the alternate art Lugia, not the gold one, but like the other one. And that's like that 10 pack session. So that was really nice. Got both of those off my list. But yeah, that's what's happening in Pocket. In Pokemon, they're dropping the Mega set, I think, next month, the end of September. We talked about it, I think, a little last week, but Todd was mentioning that the next JP set is supposed to have a Charizard. And let me see if I can find this because I would like to show it to you. This isn't like confirmed to be real, but a lot of people are saying that it's real. And the next JP set of Pokemon is supposed to have a Charizard and a Gengar. I think that's like the main cards of the set.
I fucking love Gengar.
And yeah, and you already know how crazy people go over Charizard.
Yeah, man. That might be a good set to just purchase and sit on, because if there's a Charizard in a box, that's gonna be worth money.
So if this card is actually in the set, this is definitely gonna be a very pricey card. I don't remember if we talked about it last week or not, so I'm just gonna send it again anyway. But yeah, this is supposedly the card in the set.
Oh yes, yep. That's fucking crazy, by the way. Like, that's a nasty good art.
Yeah. So if that's real, which I mean, it definitely looks real. That's gonna be a fucking pricey card.
Look at those Gengars, man. Look cool as fuck. Dude,
yeah,
Pokemon got to know what they're doing, man. Like the way that they've like the whole thing is shifted into these illustration rares and that kind of stuff. Like, I think it's fucking insane.
Yeah. As far as the other TCGs,
Dude,
I don't think really.
Mega Sharpedo looks cool as fuck here. Oh. I love Megas. Can I stand on business for a second here?
Yeah,
I think Mega Evolution is sick. I think that was the best thing to happen to Pokemon. And then post that, everything's irrelevant. Mega Evolution was cool as fuck, though, I reckon. It was a cool way to introduce new Pokemon without introducing like new Pokemon. You know what I'm saying?
I actually really like Mega Pokemon too, and I was very sad when they took them out for quite a while. I'm happy that they're bringing it back.
See Mega Holucha? I mean, his art is cool as fuck. I think it's funny as. It looks so good.
I think it looks good. I'm just not a fan of the Pokemon, so I don't really care.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's just well done. You know what I mean? I like it. Someone's like, okay, that's cool. I'm a fan of it. Let's rock it.
But yeah, in general, I'm happy they brought them back.
Yeah, 100%. I'm keen to see what else gets Mega out anyway. Yes, sorry. Yeah. In the other TCGs, what's happening?
Yeah, and in the other TCGs, I don't think there's really much that's happening. In I think in Magic, I think they're releasing a Son. I don't know if it's out yet, but there's a Sonic the Hedgehog collab coming out, or it may have came out already.
No, there's not. Don't
There,
say that, man.
I'll send it
Sonic,
to you right now.
a Sonic collab. That's crazy, bro.
Here, I'm gonna post it for you.
That's crazy.
Um, here you go. There's that.
Not TCG player, man.
You know it's real when it's TCG player.
What the fuck am I looking at?
You got them Sonic cards, man.
Power sneakers. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. And then has a quote. I'll show you what true speed really is. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, that's bad.
That's so funny.
So yeah, that's what Sonic's doing. I think Yu-Gi-Oh's doing like a reprint right now.
Okay.
One Piece, I think we talked about it last week. OP12 just came out in global, and we're still waiting on the release of OP13 on JP, which is, I think it's 13. It's either 13 or 14, but it's the 3rd anniversary set. So that's going to be a really hype set. And yeah, that's about it. TCGs, you know, we only get news every so often with those.
There you go. No Digimon news. No night. No
I don't know,
Digimon.
but fuck them, I guess.
You know that pussy ass. Yeah, no Digimon news, I guess, on that part. But I guess from that point we can go into in other news. It's everyone's favorite section, by the way, just in case you guys did forget. Not a lot.
Okay.
Not a lot going on. I just quickly want to touch on, yeah, like I said, the PK missions have changed quite a bit. So just be cognizant of that. The limited missions are only around getting to level 100 in PK, which is extremely achievable in the 8 days, which is great. So there's no more like difficult, challenging, or just stupid He-Man missions to kind of chase, which I think is really positive. So keep that in the back of your mind. And I think hello? Have I died?
No, you're here.
Okay, cool. I thought I died for a second there. Which is great. So keep that in the back of your mind. Where you're doing the missions and stuff. So that's cool. The other part of it is that, yes, obviously we didn't talk about Legend, Frankie, and Brooke because it's just fucking end of month detritus. Don't even get me started. But there's a lot of clamoring amongst the members of the community about a potential Super Studio Fest happening for Treasure Map, just purely because like this time every year there is a Super Studio Fest of some kind that kind of tails on from One Piece Day. We've had it for the last couple of years now, so everyone expected the end of month banner to be potentially the Super Studio Fest. But now that that's not the case, most likely, if they do end up doing it, it'll be the TM banner. And it's kind of lame because that is just a banner to pull on in September. And then in like end of October, mid-November, we'll have Half Annie, which then leads into New Year's. So you have be very conscious of spending your gems. And unless you want to use those third-party websites, man, get 100,000 gems for like $5. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Not endorsed by GGP, but it's endorsed by Captain Papi because it's kind of funny. It's like you do whichever you want, man. But I guess though, from everyone's favorite section in other news into the shout outs. Woohoo, hey, yippee.
Hey.
If you have been enjoying today's episode, make sure you go down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and Flame. What are they commenting today?
They are commenting Takoyaki.
Takoyaki in the comment section down below if you made it this far. I'm not a fan of takoyaki. Never really liked it actually that much. I've
never tried it.
Okay, well maybe next year we'll see you there, bud. We'll go to takoyaki stand. But yes, pretty cool. If you made this far, comment Takoyaki. And also, you can join us. Plenty of different tiers at different price points. I want to give a massive, massive, massive shout out to our GGP producer of Alexander Wisniewski, our good members of Stump, Red Halo, Dr. E Recshin, Wankafella, Mike Schallo, Kiri Karasu, and Obsidian Steed117. Thank you guys for the continued support. We do greatly appreciate it. And from everyone's favorite section into the shout outs into everyone's actual favorite section, it is the Q&A.
The Q&A.
If you have any questions, you can send them through to us via Twitter at GGP Podcast or our YouTube community tab. First question comes in from Yiboti Annexi. I butchered that. When do they update new story mode content? It's been a while since they added new content in the story mode. Great question. Great question. I think we've also been asking the same question for 7 years now or some shit. So probably never. Story mode, in a realistic sense, story mode doesn't make any money, so there's no point in releasing it. What they could do, though, if they wanted to release a story mode, is give Rainbow Tavern Medals instead of gems. So that way, you're not just farming it for free gems. You have to use the Tavern Medals if you do end up farming it. So there you go, Ben. That's another free idea from the GGP podcast you're likely going to steal anyway. So we'll give you that one for free. Next question from Yamal Lover. They ask, TBH, the only thing I have in terms of a question, I guess, is maybe a small discussion on if regular tablets should be guaranteed and not X percentage chance on working. Because if you didn't play during that bugged Kazuna, it's impossible to save up tablets. Also, stop releasing characters with the provoke attack ability. I mean, it would be nice if tablets were guaranteed, but I believe tablets are 30% chance to bink. So it's roughly a 1 in 3 or a 1 in 4 chance to actually have the tablet be successful, which is cool. Yes, that bugged Kazuna was kind of lame. I don't know if you remember Flame, but there was an issue that popped up with Kazuna where back in the day you used to get a lot more tickets for Super Boss, right? A lot more tickets. Okay. And because you could zombie Super Bosses, you could just grind them out really quickly and more efficiently. Where there was an overflow bug that if you... I didn't get to experience this. But there was an overflow bug where if you earned more than, I think it was 99,999 tickets in Kazuna, whenever you spent the tickets, the number didn't go down. So it was an error where you could literally just open box 7 and get an infinite amount of tablets until Bandai stopped it, which was very funny. So basically, people were able to just get a fuck ton of tablets. And then a fuck ton of materials and lobsters and that kind of stuff, for free pretty much, without having. Obviously, they had to play blah 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 blah, but it was a massive problem. Now, I'm gonna say something controversial here. I'm gonna be very controversial here, and then you want to hear what it is? You don't need to fucking max out the potential abilities of your characters. Whoa. It's it's a game that you can grind and eventually you'll max out your characters. Oh, fuck.
But Papi, I need to do it right away.
I need to do it right away though, dude. But no, in all seriousness, I don't think that there's a reason for you to be going and grinding and getting a new legend and max out their abilities. I think the only time you should max out an ability if it's hunger and then you're using the... Actually, sorry, I take it all back. If you are going to use the legend in content or in Rumble, then maxing out the ability is generally a good idea. If you're not going to use the legend immediately or you don't need them, there's no point, especially if they are an end-of-month legend or a legend you can get from tickets quite consistently. There's no value in maxing out any of those. I mean, I don't max... I pull a new legend, they sit in my box until I need them, right? So you don't need to be spending all your materials. So just save them up until you get a Super Sugo Fest character or not. Otherwise, you can use some of your hard-earned blue tickets on tablets in the TM shop. That's another way to approach it too. And then you can also buy tablets from the Rayleigh Gem shop, but I would not advise doing that. Cool. Next question from OSD Yonker. They ask, hello and love. Thank you for the content. My question is, it's been quite a long time since you talked about the newest chapters of the manga. I would love to hear an update about your thoughts, theories, and ideas about the newest events. Well, OSD Yongo, jeez, OSD Yonko, you have a section in this for about 35 minutes of us talking about manga and anime. So that's a rare one for the GGP boys as well. So you get a nice section in this episode where we do talk about it.
Yes, sir.
And final question, as always, from Wankafella. He says, "Hey fellas, it's been a bit of a trippy and heavy week. A few days ago, one of my buddies' wife just just messaged me to let me know he had an emergency brain surgery and was diagnosed with is that glioblastoma? Blastoma, glioblastoma. I apologize, I can't pronounce that. Which is an aggressive form of brain cancer with a life expectancy of 1 to 5 years, depending on treatment."
Oh, sorry to hear.
The worst part is that they just found out last month that they were expecting. On the same day, I found out that the English voice actor for Buggy was diagnosed with the same condition. I cannot believe or feel what they're going through. So I'll ask you guys, if you had a terminal diagnosis where your life expectancy was 1 year, was 1 year, if left untreated, but you could live life to the fullest, if you could live life to the fullest, or 3 to 5 years, but you go through multiple rounds of chemo and radiation, which would you choose and how would you spend that time?
If I only have 1 year to go.
So if you have a 1 year life expectancy, if you went untreated, but you could do whatever you want, or you could have a life expectancy of 3 to 5 years, but you would undergo like chemo and radiation treatment and that kind of stuff. So you live longer, but you have to undergo treatment, or you have 1 year, but you don't undergo anything. And you kind of just live your life for that year.
I'd always go with the longer.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if, you know, it's going to be way more rough. Like I've had a member of my family that went through chemo. Thankfully, she beat it. But during that time, it was very hard for her. You know, if you're able to, you know, push it out, extend it longer, you can spend more time with people and your family. You know, the other one, in that case, you know, you have 1 year to, you know, you only got 1 year, but you can do whatever. That's kind of more sad because, well, number one, it's kind of like you're on a ticking time clock.
Yep.
And everyone's just gonna have like an overall like bad mood or sad mood. And I feel like in a way that'll upset you more because you know everyone's gonna be upset because you're gonna see them visually upset because they know that you don't have that long to live.
Absolutely.
But yeah, long story short, I would do 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. So as somebody who has a dad that had stage 4 brain cancer, we were also told that he wasn't gonna live for that long. It's been like 4 or 5 years since then, because he underwent treatment, he decided to be strong, and in turn he's like probably healthier than he was prior, which is crazy, right? Obviously he's tired and like his body's like deteriorating ever so often and stuff, but at the same time, there is an element of like persistence and, you know, pushing. If you want to live, you'll live, right? Like that's the reality of it. It's crazy how the body, like obviously, like how the body works in like I believe very heavily in manifestation. Like if you tell yourself you're gonna be okay, like chances are you're probably gonna be okay, right? So yeah, like if you push, you'll survive. So I agree. I would always take the longer time period because again, you never know. Like you're gonna be on treatment and chemo and stuff. It's gonna make you feel tired and sluggish and stuff. But at least you have more time with the people around you, and maybe you have more time to set things in order just in case anything happens, right? Whereas 1 year, like that's cool. You get to live your life to the fullest and enjoy yourself, whatever it is. But like, it's not a long. When you think a year is not a long span of time, you know, like it goes by. We're already in end of August, you know, like we're already done the year now. 2025 is like pretty much over at this point, right? So a year just goes very quickly. So very tough to go through that. But I think Flame and I are pretty much on the same page here. I think give us more time, and we'll see how things. You know, you never know what's going to happen from there, right? On the OPTC side of things, I'm digging the Tavern Medals. I get to pull on Sugafest that I normally wouldn't. I know the worry was that it was going to reduce the number of rainbow gems we normally get. Are we actually getting less rainbow gems than we normally would, or is it just too soon to tell? Cheers from Canada and congrats on the 6-year milestone. Thank you, Wankafella. I think it's probably a bit too early to call it now, but I do think that we are getting more Rainbow Tavern Medals more consistently than we were getting gems in the past, at least from the short span of time that we've had them. So I think that right now, I think it's fine, but I do see a concern, like, let's say 3 to 6 months from now, especially going into like New Year's New Year's time, where like we get all like the big SNS campaigns and stuff. And my concern then starts stemming into, if they just make all of those Rainbow Tavern Medals, it'd be great, but they end up pulling like fucking 4 different banners at the same time. So it's like, especially spread across a long period of time, those RTMs aren't going to last you that long, you know? So that's where like my head kind of goes when I'm thinking about it. But I think you are right. Like right now, it's probably a little bit too early to tell. But you know, we can kind of wait and see and definitely go from there.
Cool.
There we go. Cool. That's it. We're done. No Todd, no Night, but I will say on behalf of them, myself and Flame, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for 6 years of listening to the GGP podcast. I know that we've had our ups and downs. We have our inconsistencies and our consistencies. We have our good eps and our bad eps. And like we kind of just have found a bit of a flow state where we're like, we don't really bring on guests anymore. We don't really go grandiose with what we're doing. We kind of just like shoot the shit for an hour and a half to 2.5 hours every fortnight. But I think we're all very appreciative of everyone's continued support. And I think that it's been a big blessing to have people's support on the show for so long. And I think that to me is really, really cool. And so I just want to say thank you to everyone that has continued to support us on the GGP podcast.
Yes,
yeah.
Thank you so much for everyone that tunes in. Even though it's not as many people as it used to be, we appreciate you guys listening to our ramblings every other week.
Absolutely right. You know, I think that there is definitely a blessing that we have. Like, whilst like the community isn't as large as it maybe once was, I think the people that do listen is just consistently listening. Right. I think that's the coolest part about it. Is that like we have a very nice community of people that consistently listen, consistently support, and we do continuously greatly appreciate it. So, with that being said, go down the links if you wanna go like, subscribe. I'm not going to do the whole spiel because I think we've ended it on a very nice note. But I've been Captain Papi, joined by Flame. Thank you guys for the 6 years of good, great, perfect podcast, and hopefully to many more. We don't know what's going to happen, but hopefully many more years down the track, we can continue producing this show and keep enjoying it as much as possible. But I've been Captain Papi, joined by Flame. See you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.